My name is Laurene Dominguez, and I'm the coordinator with the Safe Place here at San Francisco State University. We've been a program here at San Francisco State for, I think it's 25 years now. We're like one of the longest running advocacy programs on a university campus. And I provide support services for survivors only, and I provide support for survivors of violence and how sexual violence in particular. So that includes like domestic or dating violence, any kind of sexual harassment, sexual assault, and also stalking issues. And I work with students, faculty, and staff as long as people are affiliated with the campus. You know, I do this work because I am also a survivor. I grew up in a family where there was a lot of violence, and I just assumed that that's just how relationships were, you know. And everybody I knew had a similar experience, so it normalized it. And so a lot of the reason why I feel so passionate about doing this work is because, you know, I didn't have someone that kind of gave a different view or opinion about what was going on. And, you know, I wish I had that, because I think it would have really had a big impact in my life. I do feel like through my experience just working with college students, I would say the majority of the students that I've worked with have had some form of sexual violence trauma in some form, whether it's something that recently happened or stuff that happened when they were a lot younger. So like family violence or knowing somebody that dealt with sexual violence. In addition to just the direct counseling that I do, I also have just resources on community agencies that do work around those areas, those aspects of sexual violence. And SF4, San Francisco Women Against Rape, is the organization that we actually do a lot of work with. So one of the things, we work with their 24-hour support. They have a hotline, 24-hour hotline. So when I'm off, so I'm on call here at San Francisco State pretty much Monday through Friday, 9 to like 6, 9 to 5. After that, so 5 to 9 a.m. and then also on the weekends, if people need support, they actually go through SF4. So they will utilize the 24-hour hotline to get support through San Francisco Women Against Rape. I got trained at SF4. I'm an advocate there, so I've been working with SF4 also for multiple years. And that's kind of where I got trained to do crisis counseling. Especially with sexual violence, I feel like so much of it is about people not having power and not having their voice, you know, and the majority of folks don't report. And so it does become, I think, for a lot of survivors, something that they just keep to themselves. And maybe they tell people here and there, but you know, there's something about the process of you know, I don't feel like everybody needs to stand up and kind of say stuff, but I do feel like it can be a very healing process for some survivors in terms of saying, this happened to me and it wasn't right, and I'm not the only person, you know. And there's a real big healing process that I think can be very powerful for survivors. Yeah. In order for sexual violence to end, everybody has to be involved in it. And, you know, it can't just be women kind of addressing the issue. It has to be something that as a community, we all kind of stand up against.